Hey guys, what's going on? So, as you can see, we're playing a bit of Championship Manager 0304. I'm just going to do a really quick look through at some of my favourite players from this game. Starting off with a certain Billy Jones, who I know is at Sunderland now, but I can still remember the days where Billy Jones was like one of the best defenders on this game. Like, he already had 18 tackling and 18 heading, and then some decent mental stats and some decent like stamina and physical are pretty good there. But he gets better. Signed him for £220,000. He's a 15-year-old and he's ridiculously good. Then moving on to Stephen Hamill. Like, you were insanely good. 1.3 million from Motherwell. And this guy was a must-buy for me. He was like somebody that I always bought at the start of the game because I knew that I'd always need a good left-back. Especially when I've got Olivier Bernard just chilling out around here. Alright, Olivier Bernard, you weirdo. Getting hit in the face with a football all the time. We picked up Aaron Lennon on a free. He's okay. He develops. But for some reason, he's only got 7 acceleration and 13 pace. Explain that one to me. I don't understand. I mean, 11 crossing, yeah, I can believe that. But 7 acceleration? I know he's young, but ridiculous. We also signed Lee Holmes. Now, for me, there was a couple of players in this game that I was pretty sure were going to be incredible, and Lee Holmes was one of them. Why he isn't like the best England player of all time, I don't know. But, I mean, on this game, he was pretty damn good. But not as good as probably the best player in this game. Not Lionel Messi. Lionel Morgan. Yes. The best Lionel to ever grace a Championship Manager or Football Manager game. Look at him. He is ridiculous. Now, I know these look a little bit bad. I mean, 19 crossing should speak for itself, though. Like, he's not about the goals. He is about creating the goals. But he does seem to score all the time, and it's crazy. He's played like 27 games. He's £230,000. He is injured, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened to him in real life. He had to retire through injury. So, he's only out for like a month. And you know, you can get him at the end of the transfer window. He is so good. So good. An absolute must-buy. And in fact, Wimbledon had a pretty decent team. Joby McAnuff was good if you needed like a cheap right winger. He's actually more expensive than Morgan. But yeah, it's easy to get Wimbledon players. You can just pick their bones because they're really poor. So it was just dead easy to go in and get Morgan for like a couple of $100K. Dean Lewington was decent on this game actually, as was Darren Holloway. If you need like a cheap defender, Dean Holdsworth was not so good, but Nigel Reo-Coco was surprisingly decent for a 19-year-old. That's not bad at all. So moving on. Let's have a look at another bit of a god, a certain Dribble Cisse from Auxerre. I am in a bidding war with pretty much everyone to try and get him because I think we all realise how good he actually is. He was just insanely good in this game. I mean, he's banging him in real life, 44 from 91. But this Auxerre team was so good around this time. Probably the season beforehand is when they were really, really good. And they were dominating sides in Champions League. Did they beat Liverpool in Champions League? I think it was Liverpool back in the day. I think they battered them. And Cisse was a big part of it. I think it was Liverpool. I may be talking out my arse here. But they also had Kalu's brother, who was really good. Unfortunately, Kalu is not on this game. Or not on my save, because I don't have the Dutch league in there. But quickly moving on to Feyenoord. Dirk Kuyt was a bit of a sign on this game, if you could get him. Because he'd only just moved to Feyenoord from, like, Utrecht? Yeah, Utrecht. Again, technical, not so hot. Mental and physical, yes please. That's a decent Feyenoord team. They have Benjani, of course. How could you forget they have Benjani with his 13 finishing? Ridiculous. One of my favourite players is Oli Capo, who I'm pretty sure ended up at Bolton. Like, he really hates his manager in this game and wants to leave after being like one of the best players in Europe the season beforehand. Like, he was very, very good in the Champions League, I remember. Narcisse Oliver Capo Abu. Cool. Yeah, he was a very, very good right winger on this game. John Allen Boomsong, not so hot. Unfortunately, we missed out on like the man that we needed to get, Philippe Mexis. Like the start of this game was just a bidding war for Philippe Mexis. Like who can get him first? If it's you, then you are set for the game because he's 3.5 million. And look at those stats for a centre back. Absolutely insane. Ridiculously good stats. Oh, Man United. It's like you even need him. It's not like you even need him. Like you've just signed Rio. You've had to get Rio for another already a season. You don't need him. You should have let me sign him. But you do have Diego Forlán, who for some reason has 11 finishing. Now I know Forlán was pretty crap around this time for United. But he was actually really good in this game, despite his 11 finishing. And that was something that I found out quite a lot. It was something that sort of tweaked my brain a little bit, that you don't need to have someone with 20 finishing all the time if, like, the rest of their starts are crap. Because when I was a kid, I would be like, oh, he's got 20 finishing, he must be good. And I'd see someone like Forlán with 11 finishing, but who had, like, decent mental and physical stats. I'd be like, shit, why would I sign you? Let's have a quick look at Ronaldo. Yeah, you're pretty good, mate, in your first season in the Premier League. 20 step overs. Nice. Like 13 strength already. That's pretty decent. And 13 heading. So they knew he was pretty damn good. They knew he was. They knew he was all right. Let's have a quick look at again another one of my favourite players. They were all strikers, if you can't guess. Kevin Kyle. I don't know why Kevin Kyle was so good. But for my AC Milan save, when I snapped him up for like 2 million, which seemed like a lot at the time, he was an absolute god. Just banging him in left, right and centre. Like it was nobody's business. Keeping Pippo Inzaghi out of the team. Linking up with Andrei Shevchenko. I mean, he's as a target man, he is so good. Like 15 heading, I can let you off for that. 17 determination, 15 bravery, nice. 18 strength, lovely. 17 stamina, fantastic. And then 19 jumping. He was always scoring. And he scored 1 goal in 41 games. 1 goal in 41 games before this. And then he suddenly, in this game, he became incredible. I don't understand it. As you can see, my name is Logan Paul as an idiot, which I think speaks for itself. So these are a couple of players that we had to look at. Look at Iniesta, who is 19 on this game. That's insane. Quick look at Lecce, who... Oh, wow, they were really good. Cedric Conan, really good striker. Cheverton, like, ridiculously good, who always ended up at Man United after about 3 or 4 seasons and was just banging him in there. So, again, it was another race on who can sign this guy first. I don't know why he didn't become like one of the best players in the world. Oh, Championship Manager, why are you always lying to me? Valery Bojinov, again, he was a little bit underwhelming. More like an attacking midfielder. Oh, that's how I play him. His technical stats weren't so hot, but he became a really good player. And then Mirko Vucinic, who, again, a little bit under, like, just average stats, but became a really, really good player. Let's have a quick look at Zlatan. 12 finishing? Yeah, I don't think so. I think this is his final season at Ajax before he went to Juve. He was hard to get. 3.8 million. Wow. Okay, maybe we should have a little look at him there. This was someone I hadn't really considered, but he looks pretty decent. I don't know why I really scouted him. Ricky Lambert, I thought I'd have a look. He's 21 for some reason. I don't understand why. Now this guy is apparently... I have no idea who Ellery Coiro is. If anybody knows, let me know in the comments, because apparently he's the best player on the game. He's got 20 finishing, 18 strength and 18 pace. 15 passing and 16 determination. I don't remember you. I really don't. Probably because I couldn't buy you because you just moved to Freiburg. But he looks ridiculous. Xabi Alonso is also really good, but expensive. Damn expensive. So we'll have a quick look at the most expensive players. And start things off is Alessandro Del Piero. He's 32 million, and I can see why. Like, those stats are ridiculously good. Wow. I can't get over how good he is. Look at that goal a game record. And Juve had an insane team run its time. So good that Nedved, Conte, fantastic. Nedved, Buffon, Thuram, Zambrotta, they're not considered. They're not even considered star players. It's Davids, Del Piero, and Trezeguet. Like they've got 4 incredible strikers, and then Massimiliano Vieri. Napoli in Serie B with, I mean, that is such a bad team. Apart from Flores, who's a bit of a legend, that is not a great team. Though I'm pretty sure that they have Maradona's son, or illegitimate love child on this game. So Raul and Totti are just behind him. I mean, they're both 26. Oh, sad times. Roma, you must have had a good team. Oh, Montella wants to leave. Who's the manager that he hates so much? Yeah, that sounds about right. No one likes Capello. I think this was the first game that De Rossi was actually pretty good on. Oh, he's very good. Crazy. Oh, Alicia Sergi. I mean, yeah, we'll leave that for later. So yeah, they were my favourite players in this game, apart from like Cesar Delgado and Ishmael Iniguez from the old Mexican League. Christian Vieri. What an absolute god. Ridiculous. Oh, Ronaldo. We didn't have a look at Ronaldinho. Let's have a look at Ronaldinho. His first season at Barca, which I still don't understand this bit. Like, what happened to him for that season? Did he go on strike or something at PSG? I always thought he just signed for Barca straight after the World Cup, but apparently I'm wrong, or remembering it incorrectly. Maybe the Mandela effect or something. But, I mean, 14 finishing? Like, on the next game, he was easily the best player in the game and was just insanely good. For some reason, I always thought Mikkeli was rubbish on this game. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I may have got him one season and been like, nah, he hasn't done it for me, so he must be terrible. And then when I found out he was like banging him in real life, I felt like a bit of an idiot. Big old Steven Gerrard, lovely. Liverpool, what's your team like? Oh, John Welsh, yes. Oh, they have a really small team. So quick, we've got Arsenal. Oh, not Edu. Jermaine Pennant, you were really good. Things have changed. Colo Touré. Is his brother on this game? Probably not. I don't know. That's a really small team. Let's have a quick look at Chelsea. Ooh. Yeah, this was like their final season before they got like quids in and got all that money. Not a bad team if you ask me. Poor Claudio Ranieri, deserved better, man. Jimmy Floyd, what a god. That's a ridiculous goal to game ratio. We're getting off track here. I'm thinking about Jimmy Floyd too much. Let's have a look at Man City. Let's end on that. Oh, look at that team! Wow. Yeah, that's a good god. I think things may have changed a little bit for Man City since big Kevin Keegan was taken over. Stuart Pearce as a coach. Lovely. Cat, what are you doing? You jerk. What? Get out of here. Let's just leave that in. What is this team? Lee Croft, who are you? Who are you, Lee Croft? John Macken. Oh, John Macken's 25. What? Why is John Macken 25? Wow, that's a bad team. Joey Barton, 14 aggression. Yeah, okay. David Seaman still doing it at 39 for the Ponytail Boys that don't want to jump in the Champions League. You wanker. Yeah. Danny Tiago, why are you a star player? And yeah, so there we go. That's me reminiscing about Champ Mano 304. Feels good, man. Feels good. So tell me your favourite player from this game. The last great Championship Manager game before them and Sports Interactive split off, and Football Manager became like the best management game ever, and Championship Manager ended up becoming pretty terrible. Basically a pay-to-win management game. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked it. Have a think about Forlán Man Utd being ridiculously good. And I'll catch you next time for another video.